In moments of despair and uncertainty, it's easy to feel like the weight of the world is resting on our shoulders. When life throws us curveballs, we often question not just what happens next, but also where we can find hope amidst the chaos. God is always on time is a reminder that even in our darkest hours, there's a divine orchestration at work, a promise that transcends our human understanding. Join me on this journey as we explore the beauty of faith, the essence of timing, and the assurance that we are never alone. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing against your feet, and the horizon stretching endlessly before you. Life feels like those waves, sometimes calming, often turbulent. But amidst the storm, remember, God sees the whole picture. When you feel like you're drowning under the weight of your worries, take a deep breath. He is the lighthouse guiding you to shore, ensuring that every trial you face has a purpose and a season. Have you ever waited for something that seemed never to come? Perhaps you've prayed for healing, for reconciliation, or for a new opportunity. It's in these waiting periods that our faith is tested. What if I told you that every delay is a part of a greater story? Just as a seed takes time to sprout beneath the soil, your prayers are incubating in a fertile ground that's being prepared just for you. Trust that beneath the surface, God is working in ways you cannot see. Let's talk about fear. It's a sneaky little thing that often creeps into our minds when things don't go the way we expect. But fear is not the opposite of faith. Rather, it's an invitation to deepen our trust. When you feel anxious about the future, remember the times when you thought you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are, standing tall. Every moment you've lived has been guided, even when it felt like you were stumbling in the dark. We often seek immediate answers, craving a quick resolution to our struggles. However, God's timing often challenges our sense of urgency. Sometimes it's in the waiting that we find strength, resilience, and an unwavering spirit. Each delay carries with it lessons, blessings, and the sweet revelation of His perfect plan. Embrace the pauses, for they are not punishments but precious moments where growth occurs. Picture this. You're lost in a foreign city. You have a map, but it's upside down. You feel overwhelmed and scared, unsure of which direction to take. This is a metaphor for life. So often we think we know the way, but God, in His infinite wisdom, plans our path to align with His purpose. And just like in those moments of confusion, He'll guide you back onto the right road. Don't let fear paralyze you. Allow faith to fuel your journey. When we look at the world around us, it can be easy to become disheartened. Wars, disasters, and personal heartbreaks often scream louder than the quiet whispers of hope. Remember, though, that darkness is merely the absence of light. It is in those troubled times that the light of God shines most brightly. You are a beacon of hope to others in need. Stand firm in your faith, for your perseverance can spark a flame of courage in those around you. As you navigate life's unpredictable waters, consider the stories of the faithful who traveled before you. Think of Job, who lost everything, yet never lost his faith, or of Hannah, whose longing for a child felt agonizingly delayed, only to give birth to Samuel, a prophet destined for greatness. Their journeys remind us that what we often perceive as setbacks are simply setups for God to reveal His glory in our lives. Your story is still being written, so hold on with a heart full of hope. Sometimes God's timing seems confusing, almost like a puzzle with pieces that don't quite fit together right away. Trust that every piece has a purpose, including the ones that feel frustrating. Just like a master painter takes time to create a masterpiece, God is carefully crafting your life, each stroke adding depth and color that you may not fully understand yet. But when you finally step back and view the entirety of your life, you will see the beauty that was unfolding all along. In the silence of your struggles, you may wonder if God is listening. Be assured that He is always present, fully aware of your heart's desires and fears. His response may not always come in the way you expect, but it will come when you least anticipate it. Like a clock's ticking hand, His timing is precise. The key is to align your heartbeat with His, surrendering your plans to listen for His gentle nudging. Imagine standing in a crowded room, feeling completely invisible, as if no one acknowledges your presence. In our lives, we often feel this way, lost in the noise of everyday life, yet there's not a moment that goes by where God doesn't see you, cherish you, and have a plan for you. Rest in the knowledge that you are not forgotten. The Creator of the universe knows your name and story intimately, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal His incredible plans for you. Consider the beauty of a sunrise. It seems to happen so gradually, yet at the perfect moment the world is illuminated, bursting with color and warmth. Your life follows this rhythm as well. Even when the darkness feels overwhelming, dawn is always on its way. Trust that God is creating the perfect setup for your own sunrise, cultivating patience and endurance in your heart. Let hope bloom in the midst of overwhelming uncertainty. We all yearn for a sense of control, don't we? However, life's unpredictability often challenges our desire for precision. Surrendering control to God doesn't mean you relinquish your dreams or aspirations. It means you trust that He can craft something even better than you imagined. In each surrender, allow doubt to transform into an opportunity for faith to blossom. It's in that space of vulnerability that miracles can unfold, surprising you in ways you didn't expect. Think about the times you felt like giving up. Have you ever experienced moments of sheer exhaustion when the weight of the world felt too heavy? God doesn't promise it will be easy. He promises to be with you every step of the way. Each tear you've shed, each sigh of frustration is seen and cherished by Him. You are never alone. His presence surrounds you like a comforting embrace, urging you to rise and continue your race. Sometimes it takes stepping back and reflecting on where you've been to appreciate where you are headed. Every twist and turn in your journey, even the painful detours, has shaped you into who you are today. God's hand works through our trials, turning them into testimonies of triumph. When looking back, allow the lessons learned to propel you into the future with renewed strength and clarity, knowing that your story is as much about growth as it is about destination. Remember that the timelines we create in our minds often conflict with God's timing. His perspective transcends time, weaving together moments for a larger purpose. What feels like a delay may actually be an opportunity, a time for preparation. It's like a potter shaping clay. The more pressure applied, the more finely crafted the vessel becomes. Embrace this waiting period. It's during this time God is refining your heart and strengthening your character. Consider the trees in winter, stripped bare and waiting for the warmth of spring. They appear lifeless, yet beneath the surface, their roots are digging deeper, preparing for renewal. So too are we in our seasons of waiting and uncertainty. God knows the perfect time for your breakthrough, and like nature, we must trust the cycle of growth. Hold fast to your dreams and aspirations. Without a doubt, they will flourish in their appointed time. Reflect on the power of community. It's in our sharing of experiences, both good and bad, that we find solidarity and strength. Our waiting periods often bring us together, weaving a tapestry of shared hopes, heartaches, and encouragement. When fear creeps in, surround yourself with those who uplift you, reminding you of God's promises. Together you'll reclaim joy, igniting sparks of faith brightly against the backdrop of worry. Let's pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. In the whirlwind of life's demands, it's essential to carve out time for stillness. Silence the chaos within, allowing space for God to speak to your heart. When we quiet our minds, we open our spirits to receive blessings and guidance. In those sacred moments of reflection, you'll find clarity and resilience blooming like wildflowers. Trust that God speaks in whispers, not shouts. As you reflect on all these thoughts, remember that fear has a way of clouding our vision, distorting the reality of our circumstances. When those fearful thoughts invade your mind, remind yourself of times when you stood before a challenge and emerged victorious. You have a track record of triumphs. God's goodness is woven through every moment of your past, and that same goodness will continue to carry you through to the future. As life unfolds day by day, it's easy to overlook the miracles that often hide in plain sight. Small blessings, a smile from a stranger, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of nature surrounding you, remind us that God's grace is interwoven throughout our lives. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause and acknowledge these gifts. In recognizing the beauty around you, you may find renewed strength and hope, a gentle nudge that He is at work in your present moment. Owning our stories means embracing both the triumphs and the trials. To acknowledge the challenges is to give power to moments of vulnerability. As you open up about your struggles while waiting on God, you become a source of inspiration. Every time you share your journey, you lay the groundwork for someone else to find their courage. No matter how long you wait, your resilience will echo far beyond yourself, illuminating paths for others who may feel lost in their seasons of uncertainty. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of prayer. Prayer is a sacred dialogue that transcends barriers of time and space, connecting our hearts directly to the heart of God. Each prayer you utter is not just a whisper into the void, it is an invitation for divine intervention. When answers seem delayed, remember that your voice is heard, and each prayer is part of a magnificent tapestry being woven by the Creator. The outcome may not align with our desires, but the journey of prayer brings us closer to the one who knows us best. Life is sometimes like a roller coaster, full of unexpected twists, turns, and exhilarating drops. In the thrilling highs, we may find ourselves praising, while in the lows, worry can creep in. It's during those steep descents when our faith truly takes center stage. Allow those moments of fear to become launching pads for trust. Each time you surrender your fears to God, you're reminded that He is the engineer of your ride, and every single loop leads to a greater purpose. Trust the process and enjoy the ride. Every night, we lay our heads down, embracing the stillness of sleep, and yet beneath those quiet moments lies the anticipation of tomorrow. A new day brings with it endless possibilities for healing, change, and blessings. Acknowledge that every sunrise is a gift from God, a fresh chance to embark on your journey. When the alarm clock sounds, greet the day with gratitude, knowing that God is already at work. In the possibilities that lie ahead, there is hope, and each moment brings us closer to the fulfillment of His promises. As you traverse your journey, do not underestimate the power of gratitude. Practicing thankfulness can transform your perspective, helping to illuminate the paths that may feel dark. When you actively express gratitude for what you have, you create an atmosphere of appreciation, inviting more blessings into your life. Shift your focus from what you lack toward what you possess. In gratitude, you'll recognize how God's provision has always been present, gently guiding you along your unique path. In storytelling, suspense holds the audience's gaze, drawing them in and igniting their curiosity. Your life, too, in me. An intricate narrative filled with cliffhangers, plot twists, and moments of anticipation. Embrace this suspense, for it often leads to the most breathtaking chapters. As you find yourself caught in the unknown, trust that God is the author of your tale, skillfully crafting each line with purpose. When the next chapter unfolds, let it be a testament to His unwavering faithfulness. At times, we may find it difficult to see beyond our current situations. It feels heavy, like there's a veil clouding our vision. In those moments, turn your gaze upward. God invites us to seek Him, to look beyond our earthly circumstances and find solace in His presence. When you quiet the noise of the world and listen for His words, you will hear His whisper, "I am here." That assurance alone can make the impossible seem possible, guiding you toward the clarity and peace you seek. Life can often feel like a tightrope walk, a delicate balance between hope and despair. The good news is, you don't have to walk this path alone. God surrounds you with a community of believers, friends, family, and mentors, who can help steady your footing. Lean on them when you feel wobbly, sharing your worries and inviting them into your journey. Together, you can be vessels of encouragement, collaborating to uplift each other's spirits, fostering a sense of unity that reflects the heart of God. As we journey further, realize that every moment holds the potential for divine encounters. Those seemingly ordinary interactions may blossom into extraordinary experiences. A kind smile from a stranger, an unexpected message from an old friend, or a timely sermon that resonates. These are instances where God reminds you of His presence. Be attuned to these signs, for within them lies the assurance that He is orchestrating your unique path, working through the hearts of others to bless you when you least expect it. Finally, as we come to the end of this exploration, I encourage you to take a leap of faith. Life awaits. Embrace the uncertainty with open arms, trusting wholeheartedly in God's perfect timing. Each day may not be easy, and doubts may still whisper in your ear, but remember that you have the strength to rise above. With every challenge, you grow more profound in character and rich in faith. So step confidently into the future, knowing that God is writing your story with love and intention, and indeed, He is always on time. Even in the waiting, He is working wonders beyond your imagination. As we wrap up this uplifting journey on the powerful reminder that God is always on time, I want you to carry these thoughts with you. In life's most chaotic moments, there lies a divine orchestrator, one who knows your heart, hears your prayers, and lovingly assures you that every delay, every twist, and every turn serves a greater purpose. Remember that you are not walking this path alone. You have a Creator who is ever present, guiding you through the uncertainty and lighting your way with hope. So, as you go forth, be sure to hold on to the truth that even in waiting, there is beauty, strength, and growth. If this message resonated with you today, please share it with others who may need a reminder that their journey is in the hands of a loving God. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join our community where we uplift, encourage, and walk together in faith. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Until next time, keep your heart open, stay encouraged, and remember, God is always on time. You are stronger than you think, and your story is still unfolding. Embrace the journey with trust and gratitude. God bless.